Welcome back. This is part 2 of A Date with Destiny, second video. Next we're going to be talking about things like the sparrows, and changes to the map, a few other things. I'm also going to show you all this based on a Guardian who's already completed all of the storyline up to this point. Again, we have to wait for this to load, but thankfully it doesn't take too long. Alright, we're going to use my Titan. My Titan is actually based on a very popular American superhero by the name of Captain America. First place we're going to go is Mercury. Here on the map, in fact, let me just show you this. As you can tell, if you've played the first game, a lot of the worlds are different. We've got Titan instead of the moon. Mars is the same, but the area you can go is not. Earth is the same as well, only, again, the area you can go is not. Instead of going to the Cosmodrome, we're going to the European Dead Zone. On Mars, we got Hellas Basin, which is basically on the polar ice caps here. Mercury is new instead of Venus. Nessus is a little centaur. That's replaced... I guess the closest place would be Phobos, and you only go there once, but we've also got Io down here, which is a moon of Jupiter, Titan being a moon of Saturn. You can also visit the Traveler. The Plaza is different, we'll go there first. I'll show you that. Like I said, the Plaza is different, a lot has changed. After all, the original one was destroyed when Gaul and the Red Legion attacked Earth. As you can tell, there are a few differences in some of the armor. You've got normal looking stuff like this, but then you've also got this masterwork stuff, as I call it. It's got the gold ore around it. You can make anything masterwork using this. You just have to have enough masterwork cores, which I do on this one, so let's see. We'll apply that to it. That's actually a really good auto rifle, so I don't mind using my masterwork cores on that. I'm just waiting for us to land. Doesn't really matter which one I get rid of since I've got two of them. That's actually got a greater blast radius. I think maybe I'll keep that one. Oh, looks like we're landing. If you play the first game, you will automatically see a lot of differences. This is the main area of the plaza. There's no longer an entrance to the Vanguard Tower.
What can I do for you, Titan?
You can find Zavala over here. The hangar is still on this side of the plaza, though again the path is different. also where you find Cayde
One of my Night
6.
Stalkers? Yeah. I bet Ikora would go for that.
As I said, I haven't seen the speaker since I've completed the game. The main portion of the game, not the expansions. Those are just as fun, but ever since I completed the main portion of the game, the speaker's gone. And in one of the cutscenes, it looks like he's been killed. I don't know if he has or hasn't.
No ancient or corrupted. All is place.
But like I said, I haven't seen him, so. But the area he used to be in is now where you find Ikora. I guess you could say she's taken on the role of the speaker, even though the Traveler himself
We are all warriors.
has awoken.
The city looks to the Titans.
He doesn't do anything, as far as I can tell, and he's a bit more beat up than he used to be. Thanks, Gaul.
Do you come for advice, Guardian? I may have what you seek.
As for my character, looking like Captain America, you can't really see the blue very well here, but and it's more of a purplish color than blue, but it is a whole new world after all.
No problem.
Mercury is the first expansion, the Trials of Osiris. For those of you who have played the first game, Mercury was taken over by the Vex. They've completely replaced Mercury's core with their machines. The machines are known as the Infinite Forest, where they generate millions of possibilities, different scenarios where they change what they choose. They run simulations to see if things could be done differently. Osiris, one of the former Vanguard members, who was cast out after making a series of dark prophecies, as they're called, he pretty much makes the Infinite Forest his home and is always trying to make sure that the Vex don't succeed in destroying the universe. As you can tell, we are very much closer to the sun, as Mercury is. That right there is the entrance to the Infinite Forest. Looks like the public event is going on. Maybe I'll just pop into that real quick. This is the only world that has this particular public event, and it's the only public event that they have.
You stand on a thread that links past and present, preparation and triumph.
Oh, looks like they finished that part. Basically, you kill that guy, you grab the arc charge he drops, bring it to the center. You gotta do that once on this side, once on that side, depending on which one you pull first. And then that opens up this area with this big Vex guy. Hate the fanatics in this game. They're a new type of Vex. They're very much like the Hive cursed thralls. They will blow up when they get close to you. Even if you kill them yourself, they generally leave this little radiolaria puddle. Ah! I wish they would stop doing that to me. I don't really like dying frequently. But blowing up on me. This is what I was talking about. That will damage your standard.
I would not dare to speak for Osiris, but if I did, I know he would say this is an excellent display of skill and coordination.
The guy you were just hearing is Brother Vance. He's one of Osiris's followers. Never met Osiris, but believes him to be something more than man, which I guess Guardians generally are, but he believes him to be more than a Guardian. I can't show you Osiris himself, but I can take you into the Infinite Forest. At least I thought I could. They won't let me in. Weird. Alright, well, I was going to show you, but apparently they don't let you in unless you're on a mission. Which is kind of stupid, but especially considering the fact that Osiris said that the Infinite Forest would always be open to me. Talk about a liar. Anyway. Mercury is a pretty small world. There's not really a lot to do here, besides the missions they give you. There's only a few little places you can go. And there's only one public event that ever goes on. Mars, on the other hand, with the Warmind expansion, that gives you a lot more to do. Also, if you didn't notice, the ships are a little bit different from the first one. Some of them look similar to the original game, but most often they aren't as similar as you'd like. The Sparrows are pretty much the same. They do have some variants, including some new and unique looking ones compared to the first game, but there's not really much difference. The fact that you can get them exotic is kind of neat. And of course the exotic are the fastest. They do have some legendary ones that are just as fast as the exotic, but just having exotic, you know, it increases your prestige and whatnot. Also, with the new Warmind expansion, the emotes are no longer set to 3 of them, and then you can change 1 of them. Now you can change all 4 of them, set them up to whatever you have in stock. Most of the time you find a lot more. Curtain Call, I think, is my favorite one so far, just because it says whoever, which in my case it says Noob Sauce, says, "Thanks everyone." It also kind of, really fun to get back to war stats up.
Here's something to fight back the Hive.
The Bright Ingram, which in this case is called
The
Prototype
Hive
Ingram,
suppression field is up.
is given to you anytime you level up, or if you're already level 30, which is nice. You
Initiated
can
offensive
go
subroutines. The Javelin should
with
be
the
there any
newest
moment.
expansion. You'll still gather, I guess you could say experience, but more like points. So you got the middle experience plus 546 experience. Can't level up anymore, but just like in the first Destiny, you can gather more
The Hive are
experience.
sending it over.
Only this time they give you
Rasputin's
more than
initiated
just
offensive subroutines.
motes of
javelin
light,
should be there any
which
moment.
don't even happen.
We'll take care of it.
Now they give you bright engrams, which you use in the Eververse. Two guys used up with the bright dust that you can get for breaking up stuff
All in a day's work. Great job out there.
I'll look at you guys running just after I use my super ability, which you can pretty much see why I call him Captain America. As soon as I saw that shield, I knew what I had done. And yes, the shield bounces off stuff. Not very often, it's just an energy shield, but it's Captain America. You know it, I know it. You can still pick up these little motes of light that will recharge your super ability. Oh, another thing is they have a new ability. You can use grenades, you can use attacks, you can even teleport with the right movement. But you also get a new ability. Titans get a little wall. They can also get a big wall. And when you're behind this, if you aim, you'll peek out from under cover. And if you pop down into cover with that active, it'll automatically reload your weapon. My weapon will automatically reload itself thanks to the armor I've got. Oh, I didn't make it. Say hello to Anna Bray.
No rest. Still in one piece?
Every person on each world, there's always one. Here it's Anna Bray. Will take your tokens you find and once you've filled up the little meter here, it will allow you a reward, which is just an engram that automatically decrypts itself, usually one of these. Can also sometimes be a weapon. These right here can be purchased with tokens, but only after you've received enough reward engrams to unlock them. Like this one takes 6, this one took 4, this one 2, 8, 10. And they always have a weapon here. It's only a limited time, it'll change frequently. And it only requires 10 before you can start getting those. But it does take 10 tokens as well as 20 legendary shards. Legendary shards you can get from breaking down legendary gear or exotic gear. They no longer have the exotic shards.
Don't be shy. Something
You'll
on
just
your
get
mind.
more legendary shards than you do when you break down legendary gear. Let's see here.
I'm not sure which Clovis Bray my father hated more, the company or his father. He didn't want anything to do with Bray Corp. It wasn't so, but we did some important work here.
Since this one has a higher blast radius, this is the one I'm going to keep. Whenever you're using shaders, you can actually use them on specific pieces of gear. So that way you can pretty much change the entire look of your character in any way you see fit. Like if you wanted to change the gauntlets to something like this, it could look like that, while the rest of the gear stays the same.
If I missed something, let me know.
You can also get different types of ghost shells, though they don't add power level, or if you were playing the first game, light level. They're just... the appearance can be anything you want it to be, as long as it follows within the same basic shapes of ghosts. Though they have their own little way to set those up. But as you can tell, each one does different things. Like this one will detect caches within a 30-meter range while on Nessus. And that's EDZ, and that one's on IO. It also gives a secondary one for any legendary or exotic shells you find. And the only exotic I've ever found actually gives 3 things, which is nice. The Sparrows, like I said, they pretty much look the same overall. But if you haven't played the game, this is a Sparrow. Basically just a little motorbike you can use to fast travel a little bit quicker when you don't want to transmit it. You can hurt people by running them over, of course, and sometimes you can even use enemy vehicles. Oh. I did not mean to do that. That's a little part of the Warmind expansion there. Once you've completed it, you can activate those, which will draw tons of very powerful hive that you will definitely need plenty of additional player support to complete. The thralls are easy. When they start adding in everyone else, they become a chore. Because, of course, the thralls don't fight back. Unless you get too close to them, they'll just melee strike you. They're also weak. These guys, though, are very strong. They will kill you quickly. It usually takes a lot to kill them. See? 3 hits, I'm dead. Not really worth trying. It's basically like a heroic strike, almost. Yes, I know I'm not really doing very well as a sniper right now. I'm not really trying. I'm just trying to kill a few things. Ay, 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 ay. Get to use my Captain America shield a little bit. There we go. Hand cannons are usually one of the best things to use against these guys just because they're so powerful. They do require a lot to reload. And you don't get a lot of shots out of it. As you can tell, one person, you just don't have enough time to kill everything. I mean, if you had a higher light level, you might be able to do it, but you still have patrols that you can do. You can do gathering, you can do... That symbol used to refer in the first one to speed challenges on Sparrows.
I could
but in
really
this
use more
game,
information on the neural nodes. Will you scan for me?
it's pretty much the same thing as the survey patrols from the first one. They do have survey patrols still, but I guess now you could say they've got 2 different survey patrols. I don't know why, but that's what they decided to do. Little wall. See what I mean about the Cabal always have two critical points, their head and then that little thing on their back. Makes it a little easier to kill them.
Mission complete. Nobody scans like we do.
Also, the phalanxes, you can't like go behind their shield. It's just too good for that. If you get behind them, it's easy, or if you get off to their side. But actually trying to kill them the way you could in the first game is not possible. You literally have to take out the center of their shield, and then you can get them. Public events you can easily see. You also have random boss encounters, if you will. They're a little different. Not by much, but they are a little different. And you no longer have to take out a whole bunch of Taken like you did in the first one, just with one powerful Taken to show up. I don't really use a hand cannon very often, to be honest, but I've got a, I froze. Anyway, that's pretty much all of Destiny 2's differential properties and attributes from the first. If you have any questions or comments on the blog, feel free to give me some constructive criticism. I love critiques. And let me know if you think written blogs or video blogs are better. Thanks for your time. Hope you have a great day and happy Memorial Day.